Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tia.
And I'm Ebony.
And this is Reacting to the Internet. Alright guys, we know why we're here. You know why you're here. You saw the title. You clicked on the thumbnail. Let's go ahead and get into this video. Now, before we get into our main video, we got a couple things to say.
What you gotta say, girl?
First thing I want to address is I got a couple DMs, or we received a couple DMs in regards to, are we going to react to the Nicki Minaj Big Foot track? And no, we're not.
Get up on your big foot.
We're not gonna react to that. But I am gonna play this clip of what I originally thought of the track. Let's get into it.
Fragment, foot, bullet fragment, foot, bitch. Bullet fragment, bitch. She a bullet fragment, bitch. Now listen here, ho. Get up on your good foot.
Now, with that being said, I thought the track was hilarious. It reminded me of Stupid Ho, like when she did with the beef between her and Lil Kim. That's what it was giving me. We got Roman. To me, she really wasn't saying anything that Partisan didn't say before. She just made it hilarious, and of course she put her pen game to it. I just wish that she would have done what she said, which was buy Megan Thee Stallion's catalog, if she could. That would have been the only response that she needed to have. But I enjoyed the theatrics of the diss track. What about you?
I thought it was cool. It was very theatrical, very insulting.
Yeah.
Which I guess that's what a diss track is supposed. But like she said, it's nothing really new that we didn't know that old boy didn't say. Excuse me. Sorry. Almost died.
Need some water?
It's nothing different than what Party already said. I still think Megan won over. Dang.
Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about response and getting a reaction out of your opponent, she definitely won because Nicki Minaj went on a tangent for, 72 hours. So Megan definitely won round one. But Nicki Minaj diss track was hilarious, and I appreciated the comedy. And a lot of people were saying she's talking about her dead mother. What? I feel like I grew up in a generation of hit 'em up. Okay, to me it's okay. All's fair in love and war. Like, I don't know what to say. So I'm like, I didn't really take an issue with it because again, it is a diss track.
Yeah.
So we just grew up in two different times. We take things very differently, I guess, nowadays. But that's part one of what we needed to say before we got into the video. Part two is, let's talk about what Jay Z had to say about the Grammys and Beyonce not winning Album of the Year. Now, to be fair, I do not think Taylor Swift should have won Album of the Year.
No
way. There is no way. Like, has she not produced the same album like 12 times already?
Right.
I personally think Janelle Monáe should have won.
Me too.
When you're talking about a cohesive body of work and just pure, like, The Age of Pleasure is a pure masterpiece to me.
Yeah, I love it.
Like, it just flows into each other. I really thought she was gonna win Album of the Year, but if she didn't win it, I thought it should have went to SZA SOS, because her body of work wasn't as cohesive, but it was diversified to show her range and to show that she doesn't just fit into one genre. So, I mean, that's what I think. Do I think Beyonce should have won Album of the Year with Renaissance? No. Do I think it was a good album? I think the album was targeted at her core fans, and that's amazing of her to do. You know, we definitely showed up and showed out for the Renaissance tour, and it did what it needed to do.
Sorry.
But I don't think she should have won Album of the Year. That's just my personal opinion. What about you?
I listened to the album one time, and once was enough for me. I wasn't interested at all. I felt like Janelle Monáe should have won. If not Janelle, then SZA should have took it home.
Yeah.
Just based off of, you know, I just felt like they had a better album. To be honest with you, I heard some of Taylor Swift's album. It was cool. It sounded like everything else you.
But now, you want to go clear your throat? Like you about to cough?
No, I'm good.
You sure? You want to sit up? Straighten up that posture.
I was chilling.
Clear your throat.
Now you gonna come to my sister.
Now I'm gonna help you. Now I'm gonna help
I
you.
died 5 times. This girl gonna help me when I'm done. I'm done now.
I still look out. But yeah, that's what we thought about it, guys. Let us know what you think. Did you guys think Taylor Swift deserved to take home album of the year? Like, over those other people? I mean, even Miley Cyrus. I'm curious because it seems like a popularity contest. Popularity does not equal talent. And I'm not saying that Taylor Swift is talentless. I'm just saying
there was some more creative people in the category.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They could have won.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, let's go ahead and get into our main video here. Today, we're going to be reacting to this particular channel. At the time, I cannot remember the name of the channel, and I do not have it handy. But we're going to be reacting to this video. So, let's get into it. Oh, let's start with
He's a monster. And I've known he's a monster for years. I waited a long time to see if he would grow a conscience. And the more drugs he pumps down his wife's throat to keep her
I know, girl. See, hardly nobody knows. But I say, man, yeah, Beyonce's on drugs. She's been on them for a long time, and you keep her that way.
So it's starting to get obvious that Solange Knowles probably isn't Jay-Z's biggest fan because she just teamed up with one of his ops to expose him and spill some juicy tea on him. In case y'all missed it, Solange and Jay-Z haven't exactly been on good terms in like forever. But it looks like she is now actively trying to take him down by teaming up with Cat Williams to expose him. And listen, between Cat and Solange, they got a lot of dirt on Jay-Z because they both accused him of allegedly keeping Beyonce drugged up. And get this, they're claiming that he is not doing this alone because he has a good friend, Diddy, helping him do it. Diddy has faced a lot of accusations from multiple women, including Cassie, of allegedly drugging them up. So trust me when I say that this situation is about to get messy. Miss Solange.
Jay-Z don't need no help drugging up nobody if he was really drugging somebody up.
That's what I believe. I don't think he needs Diddy's help.
I don't either.
Like, what? But then as far as, okay, let's break this down, right? So let's get it off my chest, off the bat. Do I think Jay-Z is drugging Beyonce? No, I don't think he's drugging her because I'm trying to figure out what types of drugs could he possibly have her on. Like, she looks good. And I'm like,
maybe like pills, like Percocet and stuff like that.
But over, like, think about it. That would have been 10 years of drug use. It would have been showing some type of weight. She still looks amazing. Besides this pale blonde hair that's doing absolutely nothing for her.
You saying her body would have started to deteriorate?
Yes, in some type of way. Her voice, her face, something. Like, what kind of drugs are these? And I'm not saying that Jaguar is lying. I'm just saying that I don't have an extensive knowledge of drugs. So it could be some drugs out there that's just that good, right? I don't know.
Maybe.
But we all know that Solange has beef with Jay Z. We all know this.
Yeah, what's the specific drug? That's a good question.
Yeah, like, what is it? But
you saying I'm pushing pills? Like, I'm assuming it's pills to keep her kind of in a
daze,
like a zombie, like, you know. I don't know.
All right, let's get back into it.
Pushing Beyonce to divorce Jay-Z?
Sean Carter is worse.
Oh, come on, man.
He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy. This pussy been lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 fucking years.
All right, y'all, come on in the room, because it's tea time. These insane things that are going on, we have to break down. Now, y'all know how Cat Williams has been on a roll since 2024 started, and he's been exposing celebs. Well, it looks like he's about to take something to bigger and more insane levels that will blow your mind. Cat started out slow and low by exposing some small details, like how Steve Harvey has been stealing his jokes, and Kevin Hart being an industry plant and all that stuff. But now, he is moving on to some serious stuff, like how Diddy has allegedly been helping Jay Z to drug Beyonce to keep her under his control. The crazy thing is that Cat is not the only person saying this, because Beyonce's sister, Solange, has allegedly been saying the same thing and trying to bring to our attention how Jay Z has been allegedly keeping her sister on drugs to control her. But Cat is now coming up with more information that he claims will prove that Jay Z was not acting alone, because Diddy allegedly had one or two things to do with it, all allegedly. For years, whispers have been circulating about how Solange is not exactly Jay Z's #1 fan, and she kept proving it day in and day out. The streets were filled with rumors hinting that she wasn't thrilled about Beyonce's relationship and marriage to Jay Z. The speculations were everywhere, suggesting that she didn't like him and leaving everyone to scratch their heads about what exactly she had against her billionaire brother-in-law. But then the recent allegations against Jay Z hit like a ton of bricks, claiming that he was using drugs to manipulate Beyonce. Suddenly, Solange's view of him as an op didn't seem all that surprising. It kind of made sense with all the weird gossip floating around about their marriage, and despite being hailed as the Hollywood power couple, Jay Z and Beyonce have had their fair share of issues, and that nothing was exactly perfect. Their combined fortune of nearly $2 billion, the lavish mansion, and the respect of their peers didn't paint the complete picture, because allegedly, a lot was happening behind the scenes that would make your jaw drop. Now, if you've been in the loop regarding the ups and downs of Beyonce and Jay Z's love saga, then buckle up, because
$2 billion? God damn. I can't imagine the problems that come along with that, the pressure to stay with somebody. $2 billion? And I don't know, like, I just feel like Jay Z is controlling most of that money. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying, I don't think Beyonce is just like a dummy or anything like that, but I just think that Jay Z is controlling it in that way. Because again, he is a businessman. So he said,
I'm not a businessman.
I'm a businessman. So yeah, that's how
he's a business. You heard he said he's not a businessman. He's a business.
Yep.
That's Jay Z.
And Beyonce is his business.
Beyonce is his business. This marriage is his business. That's not a business. I'm a businessman.
And
I really believe that.
I really do. Like Jay Z, he fits the bill, right? Like he looks like what he said he is, and I believe him 100%. And I'm also say this: I do not idolize anybody's relationship. I do not. Everybody goes through their own things and whatever. But their relationship is weird to me. And it's weird because Jay Z was damn near 30 when he first got with Beyonce. And I think Beyonce was like maybe in her early 20s, if that. And nobody seems to think that is weird. And I look at it as
a little bit of grooming, you think?
A lot. That's a lot of grooming. She just got off of Destiny's Child, right? So she just got up from under her father. And then she went from being under her father to being under Jay Z. One mastermind to another.
Yeah, kind of.
So I don't know.
This mastermind ain't gonna get caught though.
No, he ain't gonna get caught. Like
he too smart, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna take some hard proof, which
they just keep everything so tight-lipped.
They do.
They really do. I thought Will and Jada kept stuff tight-lipped, but they on another level.
Yeah.
You never hear anything really bad about them.
You don't really hear anything. Like Beyonce is on an island. Like they really are on the island. I know that people are like, oh, she's cool with Kelly and them and stuff, but do we really see them out? Like living their life, like post
going for
lunch date, something. I know I get it, like, oh, Beyonce is too famous for this.
Yeah, that's true, probably.
She's too famous, but she's also the level of famous that if she does not want to be seen, she will not be seen. So I feel like it's nothing for her to go.
So maybe that's what it is. Maybe she is seeing her friends. She just don't want it to be known that she's seen. I honestly don't feel like Beyonce got a lot of friends. I was trying to spin it and make it seem like she was going to see her friends.
I feel like she would post like a lunch date or something. Nothing.
I don't think she would do that. I would think that at this point somebody would have called her out with somebody. But but again, it's Beyonce.
Yeah, it's Beyonce.
She can't just go out. I get that. Like, even like Solange, they show Solange over here at the restaurant. Beyonce can't do that. She'll be mayhem. And it's illegal. It's like Mariah Carey. Huh?
Overseas, she can. Don't care about it.
Maybe.
Let's get back into it.
It's been one wild roller coaster ride filled with so much drama. Their relationship consistently faced scrutiny, especially for its unconventional and slightly weird beginnings. Take, for example, their first encounter was when Beyonce was just a teenager and Jay Z was a grown man in his 30s. But taking a look back on those early days, Beyonce spilled the tea in an interview, saying, "I was 18 when we first met, 19 when we started dating. There was no rush. No one expected me to run off and get married. They officially started dating when Beyonce was 19.
19 when they first started dating. This dude was damn near 30.
He was 30 plus.
And y'all don't see the problem with that? And again, in the comments, do not start with the, well, she was grown. Excuse me?
A 19-year-old.
A 19, to me, there is no difference unless this person has gone through a traumatic experience between a 17-year-old and a 19-year-old mentally.
Well, maybe they felt like that she was more mature because she was in this girl group and she has experienced things that a normal 19-year-old wouldn't have to, which maybe expedited her maturity level to some extent.
Maybe. I mean, I can see that part, but still, like, what the fuck are y'all gonna talk about? Like, what? It's creepy to me. It's creepy. I'm sorry. It's just creepy to me. 19 and you damn near 30. Like,
30s. He was in his 30s already.
I don't mind an age gap. Like, late 30s, early 50s, knocking on 60s. I don't mind those types of age gaps because at least you have a little bit of experience and knowledge and intelligence about yourself that, you know, I hope you do, about yourself, that you can consciously make choices on your own and that are for you and in your best interest. But at this point, Jay Z had already pretty much had like a solid career, right?
Yeah, Jay Z did.
That's a lot of power.
Yeah.
That's a lot of influence. That's a lot of
all those things. Yeah.
That's a lot. And I know people be looking at like, oh, it's a glamorous life. It's this, blah, 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 XYZ. But that's a lot of power that he had over her, especially because she wanted to be famous. So, I don't know. Let's get back into it.
Jay Z was 31, which is a substantial age gap that had fans buzzing, which even some tossed around speculations of Beyonce being groomed by Jay Z. But according to Kat, he believes that Beyonce and Jay Z actually started way before she turned legal. He pointed out how Beyonce is very inconsistent with the timing of when she and Jay Z first got together. In their interview, she claimed that she was 19 when they started dating, but in another video, she said she was 20 when they first stared dating.
You taught me so many things. I was 20 years old when we first started dating. You taught me how to be a woman. You taught me how to live. You taught me how to be a friend. You've given me so much.
Did this girl just say he taught me how to be a woman?
Sometimes I can see, certain things like that. I can see that. Just like how sometimes men say the same thing. Like, she taught me how to be a man. I think it's the same thing. Because we know that's true. Like, it could be the same way for men teaching. You know, it could be the same way. Because we know that fact. Sometimes when a man meet like a real woman, then he be like, okay, she taught me how to be a man.
But did
in
she
some
teach
cases,
you, or did you have to meet her expectations?
Which is teaching. And
But-
the same thing could have been for Jay Z. Jay Z could have been like, I know you're Beyonce, but you also a wife and, you know, a mother, you know. So there's certain things he probably felt like, yeah, I agree. I don't think there's anything wrong with that statement. I don't think there's anything wrong because I've heard men say it too. And I kind of get it, help you grow up a little bit.
I mean, I get that part. Like, I get what it means in theory, right? Oh, you taught me how to be a woman. You taught me how to be a man. I get that in theory. But I'm torn, right? So I'm torn. Because I'm like, can the opposite sex honestly teach each other how to be something that they are not?
I think so.
Like, and then my question is, did he teach you how to be a woman, or did he teach you how to be the woman for him?
Probably the woman for him. Probably.
Sounds like grooming to me. I'm just joking. I'm joking.
I mean,
I guess.
Maybe she was open to, trust him to guide her in the right direction.
Maybe.
Sometimes it be stuff like that. Like,
it's a father figure.
It's so many things that you said I got rebuttals to.
I know. I'm just
like
saying.
a father figure, but some people say that women's first love is their father.
That's true. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm looking at it with a kind of like a blinder on, to be honest. Like, because I think he did it. So,
think he groomed?
I did. I really do. I think there's no reason why this man should be interested in a 19, 20-year-old. At that time, she was not Beyonce. So it's just creepy to me. And this, yeah, I don't know. Let's get back into it.
Tonight, and this is not enough. It's not enough I can give you. I just want you to be happy.
Well, Kat claimed that the reason the dates don't seem to add up is that she's hiding something, and it's harder to get your story straight after so many years. And that's the reason the dates seem to keep changing. Besides the age difference, the power play and the dynamics between these two had people concerned right from the get-go. But don't get me wrong, Beyonce was already a star at the time, and she was already on track to make a name for herself, and she started dating Jay Z. But at the time, Jay Z was an industry heavyweight who had way more influence and clout than she did back then, and the mix of their age gap and power dynamics has people always wondering and feeling a type of way about their relationship, wondering if things were as good as they looked on the surface. But to be fair, as time went on, the table sort of turned in the relationship, and things became a little bit more balanced because Beyonce skyrocketed to become Hollywood's ultimate queen bee. And she's not just a big deal, she's the big deal, holding the record for the most Grammy wins ever. Even with her mega success, many fans keep giving the side-eye glances at her marriage, putting Jay Z in the hot seat. He faced criticism with people throwing around labels like Predator. No less.
Wayfair presents wall art and decor. Create your gallery with art deals so good they...
Fast forward to the recent bombshells about Jay Z allegedly using drugs and substances to control Beyonce. Suddenly, these side-eye glances and critical labels don't seem so far out there from what it looks like. Now, Solange, who already had her reservations about Jay Z, probably felt vindicated in the whole thing because some people were starting to look at her like a hater who was hating on her big sister's successful marriage with one of the biggest rappers of all time. In fact, some people were talking about how Solange was probably jealous because Beyonce was in a steady relationship with 3 kids, and Solange had a baby daddy that she barely got along with. But with
there is absolutely nothing about Solange that would make me think she was jealous of anything that Beyonce had.
Me either.
Absolutely
nothing. I'm gonna be real with you. Me either.
Nothing. Like, Solange look like she can fucking care less.
Yeah, she don't give me like
jealous vibes. She gives me very much so I don't F with you. I don't like you. I don't approve of you. I don't like it. And she's not faking the funk.
Yeah, I jealousy wouldn't be something I throw out there.
Yeah,
because she kind of making her own way with. I think Solange is making her own way and getting her money without the limelight. I think she would be okay if she wasn't famous, but I don't feel the same way for Beyonce. I feel like Beyonce needs that kind of, level of, admiration. But I don't really get that from Solange. And if you trying to be like Beyonce, that's what you gonna have to be the biggest star in the world. I mean, that's just what it is. Beyonce is just that.
You gonna have to.
And I can't see Solange wanting that.
Nah, I don't really see her wanting that either. And besides, she's making her own thing. Like when I look at Solange, I see an actual creative. I see an artist.
Yeah.
And congratulations to her because I think she did like the first black. She, I don't know, wrote
or produced or not produced or
orchestrated.
She did something
like the first black. Something.
It was with the orchestra, I thought.
Yeah, in
Symphony.
Yeah, in New York.
So
yeah, so shout out to her for that because that's incredible to have that honor and to be able to do that. But yeah, I don't really think that she's jealous. It's a no for me. She's definitely not giving hater.
Yeah, y'all gotta come with something else.
Yeah, I agree.
Jay Z being exposed, Solange is now vindicated because it looks like she had a solid reason to not like her brother-in-law. I mean, the multiple cheating allegations were probably enough for her to not like him, but you see what I mean. Then there's also the fact that Jay Z was Beyonce's first real relationship. She has opened up about how she didn't have the typical childhood or teenage years because she was so focused on her career. She said, "My teenage years were about the grind. My energy went into Destiny's Child and the dream of us getting a record deal and becoming musicians. If something wasn't helping me reach my goal, I decided to invest no time in it. I didn't feel like I had time to kiki or hang out. I sacrificed a lot of things that ran from any possible distraction." Now, Beyonce was not just 12 years younger than Jay Z, but she was also inexperienced when it came to relationships because, as she said, she spent her time working and didn't have much time to date in her teens, which made the situation even sketchier. As time passed, the conversation shifted from whether or not she was groomed to whether or not Beyonce felt trapped in the marriage, especially now that she's older and has way more experience than when she was 19, or however old she was when they started dating. But as it turns out, the rumors weren't just rumors because some insiders spilled some tea, claiming that Beyonce wasn't just feeling trapped, but she was genuinely stuck. According to several insiders, Jay Z was allegedly obsessed with manipulating her, and he held the controls tight, controlling every single aspect of her life and leaving her with no space to live on her her own terms. Recently, more and more people have started to speak out, shedding light on Jay-Z's obsessive control. And one interesting expose came from a man who claimed to be Beyonce's former bodyguard. It's clear as day that this man probably isn't Beyonce's biggest fan, because he had a lot to spill about the ins and outs of Beyonce's relationship with Jay-Z. He dove right in, confirming suspicions that their marriage was more of a business deal than a love story.
Your relationship was a business relationship, financial, to get to the top, to become billionaires. There's no love there.
Well, his revelation might have been Joe.
I agree with that now. I can kind of see that. I'm sorry, but whenever I see them together, I do not see chemistry. I don't. And again,
I was gonna let it slide.
You don't always have to see chemistry between two couples.
You gotta compare it to something. Okay, you looking at such and such compared
Michelle
to
Obama and Barack Obama. I see
can
chemistry.
tell they really love each other.
They love each other, and even when she was, had her interview, and she was like, for a minute, I didn't even like this dude. I didn't like him, but you could see the love and the understanding and the respect and how highly and honorable she spoke about her husband. Like, she loves him. And honestly, I've never seen Beyonce talk about Jay Z like that. And maybe I missed it, or maybe I just don't care that much.
Speech that she just gave me just saying, "Oh, that wasn't good." No, you tell me how to read that one. No. That wasn't good. That was, she was speaking very. That was an intimate moment.
It sounded exactly like what it was, an anniversary speech.
Okay. Let's get into it.
Let's get back into it.
Dropping, but it didn't exactly send shockwaves for the fandoms. That tea has been brewing for ages about Beyonce and Jay-Z's relationship being kind of weird right from the get-go. But for years, the grapevine was saying that their marriage wasn't exactly a fairy tale based on true love. Y'all, the fans have been trying to convince themselves for years that Beyonce and Jay-Z are drunk in love, but that just hasn't managed to stick thus far because many fans don't even buy it. Word on the streets is that the marriage wasn't exactly a classic love story, but a tragic chess move to get to the title of Hollywood's #1 power couple. Now, to be fair, they kind of won that because it's impossible to find a bigger power couple in Hollywood than these two. And it was only a matter of time before fans started to think that the marriage was more about PR and clout than actual true love. Well, they've got their eyes on the ball, which is why their marriage was unshaken even after he cheated on her. I mean, have y'all wondered how they managed to keep this cheating private until they addressed it in their music? Exactly. But hold on to your butts, because there's an extra scoop to this roller coaster narrative. According to the bodyguard who spilled the tea, there's a darker twist to this marriage story. Brace yourselves, because he unleashed a bombshell, claiming that Beyonce isn't just sticking around Jay-Z because she wants to. No, he's got her on a tight leash, pulling the strings and leaving her with no room to choose otherwise. The drama just turned up a notch, and we're not even at the climax yet.
See, Carly, nobody knows. But I say, man, yeah, Beyonce's on drugs. She's been on them for a long time, and you keep her that way.
This talkative bodyguard also unleashed a bombshell about
what drugs?
What drugs, man? I just need to know. I do remember seeing Beyonce. She sways a lot, and I don't know if she sways. She sways a lot, and I don't know if it's just nervous energy, because she does look like the type to get nervous and have some type of anxiety, right? I understand, but she sways an awful lot. And I'll never forget, she was sitting courtside with Jay Z one year, and she was just swaying and singing, and she just looked dazed. And I'm like, on one hand, it might have been drugs. On the other hand, my good sis could not have been interested in this game and was trying to figure out her next dance steps and writing the songs in her head.
Right.
So it could have been a plethora of things, but she is always swaying. Whenever she's not performing, she's swaying.
You think she may have anxiety?
I think she do.
She may have to be taking some meds for anxiety.
I think she may have some anxiety issues. She does look a little socially awkward.
I can see that.
Yeah, she's not good at talking in public, and I feel like when the cameras are on her and she's not performing, like I feel like she's nervous.
I feel like that too.
Yeah, like the stage is really her comfort zone, and when she's off of it, she's just nervous. So I understand that. Is this dude her bodyguard? Like, can we confirm this?
Yeah, he is her bodyguard.
He was?
He was her bodyguard.
Oh, okay. Because the lady said, Mystique said, her called him maybe his former bodyguard?
That's her. I think that's her bodyguard for him. I'm going to say, Beyonce on drugs.
She been
on drugs for a long time.
She been on for a long time.
What kind of drugs, sir?
Please let me know, sir. Please let me know, because it's not crack and it's not heroin. So
no, it ain't nothing
it's
like
not.
that.
It's not those.
Okay,
drugs.
somebody. It was a celebrity artist I read up on today. He was on cocaine for 40 years.
Goddamn. Cocaine's
still alive. He's still alive. Look, you know the dad from the grandpa from Jamie Foxx show.
No.
The old man?
No. You gotta look it up after. Let's get back to it.
This time that the spotlight was squarely on Jay Z. He spilled tea suggesting that Jay Z might have been the one to introduce Beyonce to the world of drugs. Now, before you start wondering what on earth this is about, remember that Jay Z hasn't exactly been low-key about his previous life as a drug dealer. So the idea that he could use drugs to pull some puppet strings on Beyonce, well, I mean, considering his history, it's not the wildest thing we've ever heard. But let's get one thing straight. We're not here to claim that Beyonce is on some drug-induced haze. So hold off with the pitchforks, Beyonce beehive. But come on, y'all, think about it. Hollywood's got a bit of a reputation when it comes to the party scene. Many celebs have dipped their toes in the drug pool at least once, even your fave's fave. So it's nothing new in the industry. And y'all know these legendary A-list parties with these wild tales. Word on the streets is that the drugs are like goodie bags at these events. And who can forget the juicy bits that Cassie spilled in her lawsuit? Don't even get me started on the chaos that unfolds when artists hit the road for tours. It's a whole nother level of universe of crazy. But in the meantime, I need y'all to keep Cassie and her lawsuit in mind, because we're gonna circle back to that in a minute. Now again, I'm not saying that Queen Bee is on drugs. I'm just putting it out there that that's what the streets are saying, and that there's some evidence that this happens at Hollywood parties. But given Beyonce's legendary talent for privacy and the iron grip she has on the media that knows about her, it wouldn't be totally out there for her to keep a hypothetical drug use under wraps. The bodyguard basically confirmed that many had been suspecting about Queen Bee. But buckle up, because it's not just him throwing shade at Jay Z. Jaguar Wright also jumped into the mix, serving up pretty much the same story. Jaguar is known for dropping the juiciest celebrity tea like his hat, and this time was no different. Sure, there are some doubters out there who have been claiming that Jaguar is just making up stories for the spotlight, and honestly, Jaguar Wright been out the game so long, how'd she know all this stuff? But here's the plot twist. She's never even been slapped with a lawsuit for slander or defamation by any celeb. And you think that she was just spinning lies and there'd be a legal showdown, right? I mean, y'all seen
all I can think of is, if they trying to party with the queen, they gonna have to sign a non-disclosure. I to the top of the Maybach. That's all I am. That's all that's playing in my mind right there.
Non-disclosure sign.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a sure sign.
Absolutely, you gonna have to sign this non-disclosure, honey. But as far as like these parties and stuff, like, yeah, we all know they use drugs, right? Like whatever situation may be. I'm trying to figure out what drugs.
You in Holly weird. They on coke.
They doing
probably
a lot.
Popping pills, Percocet.
They doing a lot. They doing a lot for sure. Yeah. And Jaguar, like there's something about like what she was saying is that she's never been hit with a slander lawsuit. Like no one has ever really sued her, right? Or not even really, no one's sued her. So, excuse me, it's like, damn, is she telling the truth?
Because Tasha Kaden got sued.
Yeah, she did.
And Jaguar Wright be on them every week. Like Red Table Talk.
Saying everything, just
everything.
Letting it all hang out. And I'm like, you know what? I respect her because I remember she said that Diddy was responsible for, Diddy or Jay Z, one of them was responsible for the death of one of her good friends. Oh. And so she's like, they gotta go down. But do y'all believe that Jay Z is a terrible person?
Do I?
Yeah.
Nobody gets to be a billionaire without doing some dirt.
No, I think that I believe that, right? Like I believe that nobody gets to be a billionaire by being a saint because it's impossible. Do I think yeah. I think he grimy.
I think Jay Z a little grimy. I don't think he's bad as Diddy.
No,
but I do think he a hustler, man.
He is.
He's like
through and through.
It's like he's like the king, like a kingpin. Like he's almost untouchable, kind of thing. That's how it kind of
through and through.
But I think that's because he strategically placed himself in certain rooms and in certain situations where he can move like that.
Yeah. Let's get back into it.
K, but no, it's all crickets on that front. So either she's got some serious armor or she's dishing out the real deal. Don't nobody want to contest it. And let's not ignore the fact that most of her predictions have hit the bullseye. This girl's been sounding the alarms about Diddy for ages. And did anyone listen? Spoiler alert, things definitely didn't end well. Now folks are connecting the dots and giving her revelations a second look because the tea that she's been serving might be hotter and realer than we thought. In an interview that she did last year, she spilled the tea on Will and Jada Smith, plus Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade. But then she shifted the spotlight to Jay Z and Beyonce, dropping the bomb that Jay Z is like a monster, so obsessed with keeping Beyonce under his thumb that he allegedly keeps her on a constant supply of drugs. Allegedly.
He's a monster. And I know he's a monster for years. I waited a long time to see if he would grow a conscience. And the more drugs he pumps down his wife's throat to keep her
I know, girl.
Jaguar then compared Beyonce's situation to that of Britney Spears, asking for fans to start a Free Beyonce campaign because she is a prisoner in her marriage and trapped.
I tell you this right now, y'all talking about Free Britney. Y'all need to be doing a campaign that say Free Beyonce.
Beyonce is free.
She is a prisoner in a gilded cage.
Oh no. If Beyonce is free, she's one of the most expensive prisons ever.
Yes, she is. And she's watched 24 hours a day. She's not allowed to make a choice for herself, not at all, not in any way. People think she has an amazing life. She's told what to say, she's told what to eat, she's told what to drink, she's told what to wear.
By who?
She is not her husband's wife, she is his employee. It's a business arrangement. She was a dowry.
Yeah, y'all, this is crazy. But what's even crazier is the fact that Jay Z himself has admitted to treating Beyonce badly on purpose. And we're not talking about the fact that he cheated on her. In his song 444, he says, I said, don't embarrass me instead of be mine. That was my proposal for us to go steady. I seen the innocence leave your eyes. I still mourn its death, and I apologize to all the women whom I toyed with your emotions, because I was emotionless. Also, people noticed something weird at the Grammys earlier this year when Jay Z offered her a drink and she refused to take it.
Welcome back to the Grammys, everybody. You know, when you equal a record, there's no way you don't get to hold your Grammy in your hand and celebrate that.
He was battling to rein in his anger, especially with all eyes on him. And fans are now in overdrive, playing detective and speculating that he might have slipped something into the drink, offering a possible explanation for her rejection because, let's be real, no one wants to...
Maybe she didn't want
Maybe
to
she
drink.
just wasn't thirsty, guys. Maybe she just didn't want the alcohol. She was looking beautiful. Her lips were popping. She was looking humble
Popping.
and elegant. Angelic. She was looking glorious, being Beyonce.
Maybe she just
didn't want the drink. I don't think he would openly drug her like that.
At the Grammys.
At the Grammys? That don't sound smart.
All the cameras around, you think he
Yeah.
gonna try to... That's stupid. I'm sorry. That's a dumb hypothesis.
I agree.
You gotta pull better. That's what I'm saying. You gotta pull... When you reaching like that...
Yeah.
She said no to him when he offered her a drink.
He was angry.
Do you know how often you say no to me?
Every day.
Every day. You want this now? You want now? You want it now? Bring a little something. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I'm gonna say yeah now, huh?
I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. Let's get back into it.
To be drugged out of their minds on the biggest night of their life? Well, Solange is now teaming up with Kat because she is now spilling some tea and getting ready to swoop in and rescue her sister from Jay Z's clutches. Insiders are claiming that she's making some serious threats to expose him if he doesn't cut Beyonce some slack. And if there's one person who isn't afraid to go toe to toe with Jay Z, it's Lil Big Sis Solange. I mean, come on, who can forget that elevator showdown that she didn't hold back on? We all have front row seats to that epic drama. Well, Solange is still not playing about her sister, and if Jay Z doesn't fall in line, allegedly she's ready to spill all the tea. But let's not forget, Jay Z is not the only one who had a taste of Solange's anger and fierceness protection of Beyonce. She also threw hands at one of Jay Z's rumored side pieces at a party, just because she had the audacity to chat him up. Enter Olivia McFowler, a woman who is known as one of the very few, perhaps the only one, to openly confess that Jay Z tried to shoot his shot while he was either dating or married to Beyonce. Olivia insists nothing improper went down, but you can bet people are giving her the side eye, suspecting she's just lying so that she doesn't get dragged by the beehive.
For the most part. Is this woman still alive?
For real.
Has anyone
Somebody
checked on
check
this
on
lady?
this lady.
Because that's a brave thing to do. Is she Becky with the good hair?
And she disappeared.
Yeah.
I had never seen this person ever in my life. And that's what I'm talking about.
I've never heard this story.
Let's get to it.
I've never heard this story, guys.
Me neither.
What is happening here? Okay, let's get back into it.
Jay hit me on some, I will reach you when I'm in town.
He wanted you to be his girl Friday.
You want me to be his girl when he's in town.
Olivia claims that she shut Jay Z down when he sent his bodyguard on a mission to get her number. Well, fast forward a couple of weeks and they unexpectedly crossed paths again at Nobu in Miami. Olivia was with her friends and Jay Z was doing his thing with his entourage, and Solange was right there with him. Olivia also claimed that she and Jay Z were having a chat in a secluded corner of the restaurant to exchange numbers, but Solange caught them red-handed. Olivia said, Solange came walking up out of nowhere. I thought I was going to get my butt beat, so I backed off quickly. B doesn't even have to say anything. Solange is a beast. I can't believe I dodged a whooping from Solange that day. She was a big reason for why I left him alone. She gave me the look of death. Very scary. So yeah, you know Solange got B's back, and according to sources, she has had enough of Jay Z allegedly controlling and manipulating Beyonce. She is threatening to expose him if he doesn't back off. And if that couldn't get worse, Jay Z allegedly drugging Beyonce goes beyond what we know, because according to Kat, Jay Z didn't do the alleged drugging alone because he's had some help from one of his friends. Y'all want to take a guess as to who this mystery friend is? Well, allegedly, according to Kat, it's Diddy. All alleged. Now, Cassie spilled some scalding hot tea in her lawsuit against Diddy, revealing how he allegedly kept her in a drug-induced haze to maintain control. She claimed that he would sneakily trick her into taking drugs or straight up force them against her own wishes. Now, Kat is dropping a bombshell suggesting that Diddy allegedly played a part in Jay Z doing the same thing to Beyonce. But not just that.
Watch it now. Watch it. Watch it. I already can tell you about to say something now. You probably should not. I can just tell how you thinking. Yeah, how you looking like that. Whatever about to come out.
Has anybody checked on Cassie?
Okay, yeah.
Has anybody checked on my good sis?
Mm-hmm.
Because she was also another one who was young when she met Diddy and, you know, all that good stuff. Is she okay? I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it at that. As far as Diddy goes, Diddy did that shit.
Whatever they said.
Whatever the fuck they said Diddy did, he did it. Like,
that dude, wow, he's so disrespectful.
If y'all have
all the stories I heard about him, it's just too mean.
All you needed to do was watch Making the Band. It told you everything you needed to know about Diddy. I'm shutting down the studio. Everything these people, I'm shutting down the studio. These people
he giving and he'll
take. You could not define him in any way. I'm shutting down the studio.
No, you couldn't define him at all.
Make these people walk across the Brooklyn Bridge for some cheesecake. That's wild to me. But
he got power and control everything. But I did used to watch Making a Band though.
All I remember, it's not even from the Making the Band. All I hear in my mind is Dave Chappelle. Who's the top 5 rappers? Dillion.
Not Dillion. Dylan. Because that's beside fire.
That's beside fire. I'm sorry, guys. Dillion. I've been watching a lot of anime, so my mind. Let's get back into it.
He is even throwing in the claim that Diddy allegedly planted the idea in Jay-Z's mind in the first place. I know it's wild, but as they say, birds of a feather flock together, so maybe it's not that shocking? Well, wait, there's even more tea from Cat about Diddy and Jay-Z. Whatever Jay-Z and maybe are allegedly doing to Beyonce, Cat is not having it, and he is determined to spill every last drop of tea on Jay-Z. But to be fair, this probably has more to do with Cat's beef with Diddy than Jay-Z, and it seems like Jay-Z is just collateral damage in this situation. For a hot minute, whispers have been circulating about the industry that Jay-Z might not be the saint the media makes him out to be. Beyond that polished image, there's a whole world of stuff happening that might leave us seriously shook. Now remember when Cassie's lawsuit took the spotlight, causing a buzz all around the world? Well, Jaguar Wright crashed that party, revealing that Jay-Z might be a whole lot worse than Diddy, but he has managed to get away with this because he's smarter and way more careful than Diddy at keeping his dark side under wraps.
Sean Carter is worse.
Oh man.
He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy. This pussy been lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 fucking years.
Okay, so let's go back to Cat now. He recently claimed that Jay-Z is allegedly engaging in some under-the-radar escapades with Diddy. And again, that isn't surprising. For ages, fans have been side-eyeing the friendship between these two heavyweights, wondering what's really going down. Because let's be real, there's an air of shadiness surrounding this bromance. They were so tight that Diddy revealed that only his mom and Jay-Z had the VIP pass to call him by his real name, Sean.
There's only one person. Oh, go on. And I call him Sean. That's Jay Z. We call each other Sean. Okay. Yeah. Nobody else could call me Sean.
He's the only person who's Sean approved.
There's not a single person that
outside of family.
That should be outside of my mother.
Okay,
They should be calling me. Yeah, they should be calling me Sean.
So according to Cat, somewhere along the friendship highway, Diddy and Jay-Z allegedly found themselves tangled up into some maybe hanky-panky, if you catch my drift. I remember how Jaguar Wright claimed that Jay-Z is way more careful than Diddy.
This shit gay.
No.
Shit gay. I won't allow Sean to call me Sean. Nigga, you gay. When Riley said,
Nigga, you gay. You looking real unfunny.
Gay.
Nigga, that's gay.
Nigga, that's gay.
Now, I will say this. When you a billionaire, who you want to be friends with? Other billionaires. How many other black billionaires are there? Not a lot. So they probably just found each other because
they're gay. No, but I get what you're saying. I get it. Right? I get it.
For real.
You the top 1%. I guess it,
And it's slim. And you black.
Yeah.
It's probably even slimmer than that.
So yeah, I get it. I understand that, but these niggas gay.
That boy part of the 0.22.
For African Americans, absolutely. But you know what, guys? You know what? Diddy the bottom.
You play.
Diddy the bottom.
I'm not about to.
He the bottom.
I'm not about
Jay-Z
to.
the top. Right, think about it.
I don't want to think about it. I don't want to
think about it.
No.
Think about it. Like, look at their personalities. You think Jay-Z about to get top?
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
I'm just saying.
Too much BL. Play.
Well, she nailed it on the head because allegedly Jay Z has played it smooth because he's been keeping his private business private. But on the flip side, Diddy's business has been out all in the streets. And it's not just because Cassie's lawsuit, because we've been hearing stories about him being on the down low way before things got all crazy for him. And listen, Diddy should have taken a leaf from Jay Z's playbook, or at least a few tips and tricks, because let me tell y'all, everyone who's crossed paths with Diddy seems to have a talent for telling his business. And that's how he got in a situation to start with. But let me tell you, Cat might be dishing out all the tea on Jay Z's alleged escapades with Diddy, but he's not the first one to say it. 2 years ago, Jaguar Wright had a jaw-dropping interview where she straight up claimed that Diddy and Jay Z had more than a friendship, had a little something going on, if you catch my drift. But y'all, it's like the puzzle pieces are trying to fall into place, and the whispers that have been circulating for years are getting louder. The drama is real, and the connections are, well, a little too close for comfort.
You know, camaraderie with Honeycombs and aka Diddy. And
why do you give him the honeycombs? Why do you give him honeycombs?
Because he smacks so sweet. That fucking sodomite. Anyway,
and also there's this time where 50 Cent shared a video of him on stage with Diddy and Jay Z, and it captured the moment where Diddy playfully was slapping Jay Z's butt.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do for him, Tay?
I want to take him back a little bit.
Well, shit, man. Put your Rockefeller shit.
Yeah, I know that that's supposed to be some type of football thing, but neither one of these dudes play football. So allegedly, it's not just about Diddy helping his bestie drug his wife, but helping his alleged freak-off partner drug his wife. Yeah, y'all, these streets are saying a whole lot of things.
First of all, it's no reason for that man to stop that dude, but
men do that.
I mean, I get it. It's like a sports thing, right?
Yeah. What, James Harden just smacked Luka Doncic on the butt when he did a good move. Good job, boy. Like, good job. It's a basketball thing.
I guess, but like she said, these niggas don't play sports. This is not sports. What did you could have hit that man on the back. Let's go get him or something. But on the butt, why? For what reason?
Like, come on, my boy. Let's go, baby.
Exactly. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, that's just not like that though. No. No.
Exactly what it was. What did my man 50 Cent say? You wanna, what do you say, image yourself?
Yeah.
After a gay painter?
Oh, big homie wanna look like a gay painter?
You wanna look like a gay painter. If nobody else gonna tell you, 50 Cent gonna tell you.
50 Cent's unhinged.
I love him.
He's completely unhinged.
I love it. That man has been unhinged for years.
Forever.
I mean, you get shot 9 times and survive. You gonna say what you want to say too, right?
Maybe you need to shut up. That's why you got shot 9 times.
But he survived. So maybe you don't. Let's get back into it.
But fans have been leaving comments saying, I'm not a Beyonce fan, but I do believe she's on something. And Jay Z keeps her on something. Come to find out, she only performs maybe once every 5 years, and her fans really don't get to see her. She may make an appearance once a year, but that's not a lot. So I believe she may be on something. She's a celebrity you don't see a lot. There were other comments like, always knew I was right about Jay Z. We always knew about Diddy, but I always felt like Jay Z had a lot of secrecy with him. And I'm not talking about what drug dealing either. I'm talking about exactly what is being shown. And to me, that elevator incident will always be about her hatred for him. I feel like that was Solange's way of saying she was disgusted with him over something. It must be something that occurred regularly because Beyonce sat there like nothing was happening. Yeah, y'all, this is crazy, but I gotta know how y'all feel about Solange allegedly teaming up with Cat Williams to expose Jay Z like this. Do you think that she might be doing the right thing, or do you think she needs to mind her business and stay out of Beyonce's marriage? Drop your thoughts in comments below and then check out this next video.
All right. Do I think she needs to mind her business? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If her sister's in trouble, she needs to do what sisters do. Save my sister. F that. If she's in trouble. If she's not in trouble, then yeah, she probably needs to mind her business and let Beyonce make her own choices, right?
Sometimes people do that anyway, though. Like, you can try to protect your sibling or whatever, but they gonna make their own decisions at the end of the day. You just gotta live with it.
Yeah, I guess. I'm not one of those people. You making the wrong choice. Get your ass back over here.
I'm very vocal. What are you doing?
What is happening here? Explain this to me in great detail.
But then after a while, you be like, okay.
Yeah.
You want to continue to do what you got to do. Like,
it weighs you down.
Yeah, you get tired, man.
It does.
I can't fight for you no harder than you fight
for yourself. That's true. That's very true. I want to know what another thing I want to say. I'm not a huge fan of people saying, I have some tea, and if you don't do this, then I'm going to spill it. Just spill it. I'm not a huge fan of this. Like, it's another reason why I didn't care for the Nicki Minaj Big Foot diss. Just say it. What is the tea? What do you have to say? I took it easy. 24 hours been up. Where's part 2? Where's part 3, 4, and 5? And why didn't you just say what you need to say in the diss track? Why is this coming in parts? And same thing with this. Like, what is the tea? How are you gonna bring this person? Just say it. You already beat his ass in the elevator.
I think they low key making this up. Like, why would Solange? I don't know. Why would Solange have to link up with Cat
Williams? That's true.
And Cat was really talking about Diddy.
He really was.
So what is him? You know, stuff sometimes you gotta listen.
I don't know. I don't really think he got anything on Jay Z. To be honest with you,
nobody has anything on
Jay Z.
And the people that did murked.
They gone. They out of there. Dead.
Dame Dash maybe, but that he ain't gonna. Dame must got something so good on Jay that he don't even mess with Dame and Dash like that. He just ignore him, which is in true Jay Z fashion.
Yeah.
How somebody gonna say something about you if you don't say nothing?
I would just drop it.
I ain't got nothing to say.
Just drop it. Like, what's the problem? Because Dame and Dash obviously does not like Jay Z.
No,
they are. When you say nemesis, that's that nigga nemesis. But yeah, guys. Yep. Yeah, guys. Let us know what you think about what's happening. Do you think Jay Z is good? Do you think he's bad? Do you think he's somewhere in the middle? Do you think he's jugging B? Let us know your thoughts about this. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here because it's time to go. And until next time, peace.